Hey, Squirrel. Do you know what Aniridia is? Come here. Yeah, come here. I want to talk to you. Oh, was there another one? Yep, there is. Aniridia. It's a condition with the eyes. It leaves you with no pupil, or no iris, and giant floating pupils. Now let me ask you this. Do you think the trolls have clicked the dislike button and left yet? Now, let me tell you about Aniridia and why I bring it up today. Oh, you want a peanut too? Here. There you go. Aniridia means no iris. The amount of iris tissue missing will vary from person to person. A very large pupil. Yep. I want to make a point about sharing the knowledge of this condition to people for one specific reason. Well, I mean, it's for a reason that's for a greater reason. The reason I bring it up is because it's a hereditary condition that my own family suffers from. Yes, my dad was terrified that his children would turn out the way his sister and her kids did. And he had both my dad's sisters, I do believe, had it. And the one had it, I think she had two or three kids that had the condition, and the other one had her twins wound up having it. And they just got these giant pupils that float back and forth. And when they read something, they gotta hold it right up to their nose. I mean, they can see what shapes are and all that stuff, and they know where they put things, and they know where things are in the room. But they can't see your facial expressions. They could tell who you are by the way you walk, if they know who you are. But facial expressions you might have, yeah, no, forget it. Oh, and reading, my goodness, the reading. My gosh, it takes them forever to read. They've got to have the font so big. So yeah, we were not all born with the right eyes to be able to see everything on the road. We ain't all born with the knowledge for the rules of the road either. What's this? What's that? That? Notice you don't see no T. There's no T in there. Yeah. You can't travel your travels. Like the different ways of traveling by foot, okay? Like, I can walk, I can tiptoe, I can skip, I could probably even jog, but I cannot run. I can't run because running leads to pain. It leads to shin splints. It leads to consequences. And these people who keep on driving without a fucking license, they need to lead to consequences. They need to lose their car. People that are being misled into believing and thinking that they can actually sue the cops for going like that. And they say, oh, the cop viciously assaulted me. No, the cop was trying to hold you back. Okay? No, it's not assault. Even lowering your camera, out of their face it's not assault. It's not assault. People were never fucking assaulted. And if you write on paper that you got assaulted, someone else who reads it is going to read it like it was something violent. So, words matter. You guys know words matter. You say words matter when you don't want somebody doing an inspection in your car. You say, oh, no, I do not consent to any searches. They're like, well, it's not a search. It's, they want to inspect it. They just want to glance through there, especially going across the border. They got to make sure you don't got people in there or drugs or something. They're not going to rummage through all your things. That would be a search. And then the people are like, well, you want to look through it, that's searching it, and it's not any different just because you would give it a different word and a different meaning and use your magic words. No, y'all use your magic words. confusing traveling and driving. They confuse driving with the chauffeurs. Chauffeurs' driver's license, those require a whole different set of skills. Your vehicle's a different size. It moves in a different rate, and it's a bigger deadly weapon if in an accident. Oh, and speaking of accidents, let's go to accidents, Squirrel. They want to enjoy all the rights without paying any of the taxes. They want to say they don't want to pay insurance. Whoa, because it's paying taxes. You know what that was? That was the birds gusting their wings, and then he was losing his grip. Poor little thing. Anywho, yeah, no, they have the different rules. No, wait, it wasn't the rules. It was the insurance. Okay, they don't want to pay the insurance. But see, if something happened, there was a car accident where they wound up dead or brain damaged, who pays for the damages in that case? Or how would they like it if there was a flood or an earthquake or something? And buying booze and fast food does not constitute as paying taxes. Those taxes get claimed by those stores. They ain't got nothing to do with the road. And what if their car got stolen and they had one of those fake license plates? People that are that confused and so easily misled, they got no business being out on the road. They need to lose their vehicles, not just the license. They need to lose the car, the weapon, the vehicle, their vessel. They're precious. Some cops just don't want to do their job. They don't want to deal with the paperwork. They just let these people go. You know? I mean, and they give them the ticket and they let them continue on with the vehicle. They need to take the vehicle. You know, a lot of these people do lose their vehicle. And they end up giving themselves a criminal record. Some cases, they even end up losing their children. And then there's the people going around with the cameras thinking they're auditing everything. No, when you're showing everybody our country and the inner workings of everything here, and you don't know who's watching. They don't know who's watching, who's taking note of all those cops and what district they work in and what health conditions certain employees might have in certain businesses. You know, they don't know who's taking note of that. They don't know who's copying name badges and shit. I'm in the dub. Back to my squirrels. You know, I wonder what people are saying in the live stream of those videos. You know, because, I mean, they go distracting everybody, and they want all the higher-ups that they can muster, you know. When they want them all, they distract everybody. There could be somebody going around the other side of the building and planting something. Or going up underneath the cars and planting something. You never know. They need to update that goddamn poster 7 and put it in words that can't be fucking played with. So that's my statement to you, America, and your Constitution. Please rewrite poster 7 and word it in ways that the words can't be played with. Because these people keep on trying to dig up loopholes, and all they're doing is burying themselves. And the terrorists are using them for these things. They don't care. They end up ruining their chances for future employment and shit. Calling the cops out their name. That is so uncalled for and unnecessary. Why you gotta go and call the cop a cocksucker? What the fuck? Why? And then they sit there repeating themselves. I swear to God, I bet they'd get donations that say this shit on repeat from these people that want them distracted. You know, I don't, unless they're donating to them to go stir up drama and get yourself arrested in a certain area with some contraband smuggled through there. And, you know, maybe that's what donations are for. Shit, I don't know. I don't see why else anyone would want to be. I don't see why anyone watches shit. I don't see how they could be supportive of it. They just trolling them. Please tell me they're all just trolling them. And a lot of them seem to be born in the 90s, too. Raised in the 90s. Like, parents in the 90s just backed off their kids. Like, you know, because in the 80s, we know how bad it felt to get hurt. You know, and in the 70s and shit, we know how bad it felt to get hurt. So we can't bear to do that to our own children. And I don't know, and you could still discipline without the violence. Not everything has to lead to fucking violence. I'm doing under threat of duress. Jesus Christ. Oh, you're the one with the gun. Jesus Christ. Y'all need to stop. Just fucking stop. Anywho, where was I? Ah, yes, morals and manners. Where have all the morals and manners in the world gone? Why don't people say mind your manners to their children anymore? Do they? Does anyone say that to people? It's like they've shut down with their own version of what they think the Constitution means. And, yeah, they need to hear it for what it is. And if they don't like the goddamn rules, maybe they should be the ones to leave. Because my rights don't end just because they're around with a fucking camera. That's some goddamn bullshit. The camera has more rights than the human? What the fuck is that? Yep, cops are there to protect the camera, not the people. Oh, it's still on Zoom. Cops didn't protect our property. They didn't even have a warrant for my brother. And look what they did. They chased him in here and they kicked our fucking door and we had to put this wood in right here to fix it. Yeah, they kicked the shit in. Yep, no warrant. Did we sue? No. No. If you want to hear the story about that and us getting our door kicked in, I do have another video for it. If you go back and go click on my name and, you know, click on my video, just find the one that talks about our door getting. Sometimes the cops do go too far. I think that was it. Yeah. Go give it a watch. It's hard to say if there's anything more sad than a grown adult saying you can't tell me what to do as they sit there laughing about the fact. The can't no one tell me what to do attitude has really gotten old. It's really gotten old. Their parents failed them in the morals and manners department. And you know, for someone who don't like to give the system money, they sure don't mind giving it to the courts. As they fanny about with their dumb little cameras. No need for a memory these days, right? So many people are so happy to be stupefied. The way of traveling without a car or a license is take your ID and catch a flight. Or jump on a bus. You don't even need an ID for a bus. You already got 2, don't you? Here. He does. He's going to take 3. Can you grab them all? No. No, you only took 1. There you go. That was probably a different squirrel, to be honest. Holy smokes, look at the clock. You want to catch any more of these squirrely feedings? Or if you have any interest in what I might be bitching about, you know what to do. click that subscribe button. I'm done with my bitching today. We out this piece. Driving is a privilege. It is not a right. Hey, Squirrel, did you know driving's a privilege? They real.